What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hughes Reviews. It's been a long time since I've been here on YouTube. And basically because Gary Simmons over there at the Daily Fidget, he has called me out on countless opportunities and asked me to start doing videos again. I'm not saying that this is a start to making new videos, but this might be a more frequent thing in the near future here for me. So anyway, with that being said, let's do this. What's up, everyone? Hey, I thought it was about time that I made a dedicated video reviewing the toad Hex from Magnus McDonald, Magnus X, or as most of us know him just as Magnus. I've referred to him in the past as Magnus the Magic Man, because if anyone can come up with something that you didn't know you needed, Magnus the Magic Man can. And you get the tune from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory in your head. The Candy Man can. No, the Magic Man can. I've been a fan of Magnus for years. It's no secret to anybody in the community. But for a lot of people, they don't really know why. And I think in this video, I'm going to address that a little bit just while I play with this thing. Magnus was a figure I found on YouTube when spinners took off back in 2016-17. But I found him and he was making like titanium vegetable peelers and pill boxes and other things that he minimalized and made them out of titanium. I've been a fan of titanium since I was a kid, and I learned about the SR-71 Blackbird, top secret airplane being made out of this exotic metal titanium. Now granted, I was a kid in the 1980s, so there wasn't cell phones and things to be in awe of. We had sticks in the backyard and dug holes and had fun with our friends. But now we're in a digital world, and I'm still in awe of something tactile, something in hand, made by another human being with precision and, out of titanium. It's a hard metal to mill and machine. But Magnus used to put at the end of his videos an inspirational quote. And at the time when I found the man, he was just a dude on the internet, and I was a lost soul, a couple years into my journey of sobriety and looking for something to fill a void that I was trying to fill with things that weren't good for me. As a lot of us in this community have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorders, or we have anxiety issues or depression and all kinds of litany of problems or whatever it might be. And we find some kind of relief in fidgeting just to kind of mindlessly do something to keep us from rabbit holing through whatever thoughts we're having. So when I found Magnus, his inspirational quotes at the end of his old YouTube videos got to me. They helped me kind of change my perspective on some things, and I got out of a warehouse job, throwing boxes, driving forklifts, which was a great job. I loved the people and the things I did, the memories I made, but there was no career path in it to achieve goals that I wanted to achieve. And at that time, my goal was, I want to get one of these things from this guy Magnus on the internet. And when he started designing spinners, I started saving, and a couple dollars here or there, whatever. By the time that his spinner was ready for release, I had enough money saved up, and I was able to buy the Ego spinner. And the precision on it was fantastic. But it was a spinner, and they didn't last long for me personally. I know they're still big for a lot of people in the community, but with the job I had, there was a lot of issues with having ball bearings in your pocket, and with what I did, it just was a lot of hassle. Fast forward a couple of years of getting my act together, I found a job in a hospital, and it has completely changed my life, given me perspective, and it's a much better career path. And in this career path, I've been able to kick some old bad habits and save that money as like a fidget fund, and slowly started to amass this collection of fidgets. And when Magnus started making sliders, I knew I wanted to try one, but like everybody else, I didn't know if it was going to be worth it. So I started off with something cheap, you know. I ended up with like this guy, Bruce Charles, something cheaper, and it was cool, but it didn't have the magnet strength, and you couldn't do anything about it, and it was brass plates, and I don't like patina metals. It makes my hands stink. Didn't know that until after I ordered this thing, another Bruce Charles design. It's neat for what it is, but it's also a patina metal, not my cup of tea. So then I went into a different company. I got this one called the Patriot. Forgive me for not remembering off the top of my head. I want to say it was 2R Designs. I can't remember. Pretty sure it was 2R Designs, but don't quote me on that. But then by those three, I knew, like, all right, I'm going to spend the money and get a Magnus. And the first one I bought was a crack, properly named slider, because it started an addiction to this whole thing here. Everyone's seen my case. I'm not currently at home, so I don't have everything with me. But long story short, I've been in this game for a long time, and I've tried tons of different designs by Magnus, and for the longest time, the Toad X was king for me. Until late last year, 2023, when Anthony Cladis and Magnus got together and made the Coral Verk. And this thing's great. I've loved it since the day I got it. I've probably annoyed many of you with a lot of pictures of it. And that one's been at the top of the list since it came in. And then a couple of weeks ago, the Toad Hex showed up. And with the new plates and this see-through body style, it has been an absolute game changer for me. It's the first time in probably a year that I got one in the mail and I literally have not been able to put it down. It has been stuck in my hand. It's probably annoyed my family members because I can't put it down. But I've seen a lot of positivity about it, but I have seen a couple people with some feedback about it. Might be, some hot spots in these areas and stuff, according to some. To me, it feels smooth. It's buttery smooth. No hot spots at all to my hands. But, I might have more calloused hands or whatever it might be. But, this whole fidget world is a whole rabbit hole of subjective ideas and opinions. So for me personally, this thing has been fantastic. The plates are freaking phenomenal. They just work. They don't snag. They're just smooth. They're snappy. They're quick. They actually rival some of my Teflon plates. Like, I have quite a few with Teflon because I've always felt that it's a lot snappier. But I do like how quiet Teflon is. You can make it really quiet. With this, you don't really have the option. If you want to be super quiet, it's kind of hard, but you still can make it work. But compared to everything else, it has just been stuck in my hands since I got it. Again, probably one that I've annoyed quite a few people with how many pictures I've been posting, but it really is that good to me. It's one of those rare ones that I have where it's so good, I wish I would have gotten it in zirconium, because I think with that extra weight, with this cutout body design, it would have been the perfect weight. This is a little bit light sometimes, and I get a little bit too snappy with it and fling it off or whatever. But it's been an absolute dream so far, and I'd highly recommend it to anybody that's on the fence or thinking about it. Give it a shot, and it is so new and so sought after that if you do get one and you don't like it, somebody's gonna buy it. with that being said, if anyone's wanting to sell a zirconium version with the newest version of the plates, hit up your boy, because I might be needing one. But, you know, we'll see how long this lives at the top, because we've got the Skelly Verk on the way. Another few more weeks, hopefully, and we'll have that in hand. If anybody has any questions, comments, feedback, want to have a conversation and keep it like an adult and civil, feel free, comment, like, I guess. I don't know about all that jazz, but I'm planning on putting this on YouTube, so everybody enjoy. Hope everyone's doing well. And for old Gary Simmons, you, sir, finally got what you wanted. A video from me on YouTube. Hopefully you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.